All right, we're back in the shop today on the ZR2 Diesel project. We haven't done anything to this in a while. It's been chugging right along. Doing great on some overlanding and camping trips and a few small trail rides. But today we've got something new that we're going to install, and that is this piece here. This is the mountain hatch tailgate panel, and we'll show you where this goes. All right, so this panel is going to cover the tailgate. As you can see, it looks like we've got 3 screws here, a 4th one, so there's a total of 8 across the back. And these should just transfer over to this panel. So we're gonna slide this back here and just double check everything's fitting correctly. And it looks like those all line up. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and pull out these screws, and we'll get this panel installed. All right, so the old panel comes off with this T15 Torx, and then to put the new one on, it's going to be a hex head with this washer, and that is a 1/4 inch socket. So let's get this thing put on. All right, it's just that simple. This is a part that's made in the United States, and that was the mountain hatch tailgate. Even has some cup holders for the Lord's chicken. All right, so one other thing we're gonna do while we've got the Colorado in the shop today is we are going to address this spare tire. This is a 265/65 we've been running. Thankfully, we haven't had to use it yet, but this truck has 35 1250 17s on it with bead locks, so we're gonna put a appropriate size spare tire on today. So this is how easy the AEV tire carrier is. You just undo this wing nut with these 150 threads. Okay, now that we have our tire swapped out, we have to move this mounting location up to fit the height of the new tire. And to do that, we need to pop this tire carrier loose from the truck. And that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 15mm bolts, or nuts rather. All right, so these studs stay in there because they're kind of keyed into the back and they're pressed up against the bed. But these 2 down here, they fell out. So I'll get under there and hold those up and have someone tighten them from the top once we get this thing back in. All right, this thing has a lot of adjustment here. We're gonna undo these 415s and move this spindle receiver up. Okay, on this AEV vertical tire mount, you've got a lot of adjustment here for different size tires and wheels. So you can see the old print here where we had this down for the smaller tire. Basically what we did was we measured from the ground up to this center hole and then added a little bit to compensate for the bed mat. In our situation, this measurement's 17.5. So by adding that bed mat to that, this distance now from here to the center of this with our bed mat down here on the bottom matches the wheel. All right, now that we've got that in place, these two bottom ones go up from the bottom of the bed and come up, and I thought we put a retainer on there when we first assembled this, but we didn't. So it's gonna take two guys here, and what we'll do is I'll hold this up in there from the bottom, and that nut will go back on. So we'll do that now, and we'll be right back with you. All right, we got those bottom two in, and now we can throw this tire back in. All right, we have us a 35-inch matching spare, well, matching size. This is a tire we picked up for free that was going to be thrown away, so that'll work for us. And of course, this spare tire is not a beadlock because that's just money wasted if it's just a spare tire. So we are getting ready to pack up for another 3-day, 2-night camping trip. Like, subscribe, and follow our channel, and we'll talk to you soon. In preparation for our trip, we put the bed rack on so we could get the tent on the truck, and we realized that with the AEV tire mount, it has always fit with our smaller tire, but our tire is now interfering with the bed rack here. So what we did is we deflated the tire enough to squish it down just a little bit to fit under there. And if we ever need it on the trail, we'll just hook it up to our onboard air system and air it back up. That way we have an emergency spare.